Hello, Aries. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. My name is Nathalie. I am new to YouTube, not new to tarot, however, but welcome to my channel. I wanted to first start off by saying that I do not have a specific spread. I like to have two lines. So first line is the current situation, and then I have another line for supporting cards for the first line. Sometimes they're advice, sometimes they're just supporting messages. As well, I will not be creating videos on a time frame, like a specific timeline. I do have a full-time job and I do this as a hobby. And so I will be posting regularly, but I will not necessarily be posting something specific for Aries regularly. It may come once a month, but I will start. I'm starting now, and I started with Sagittarius. You're now my second reading, and so I will go through all the signs, and then I'll repeat starting again. So these will be timeless. So from the moment that you do see these messages is from when this is to resonate with you, if it resonates with you. So if you do like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in subscribing, please do so. If you want to share, you can always share. So we'll start. So already 3 cards fell. We have the 10 of Cups, the Emperor, your sign, the 7 of Cups. Sorry about that. And we'll see what else comes. This deck is the Spellcaster's Tarot, Queen of Wands. I really like this deck. It's one of my favorites, actually. Oops. All right, and then we have the Hierophant. And I'm going to pull one last card. This one here will come out. All right. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. All right, well, what I really like about this deck is the 5 of Cups is not so much of a card of feeling despair in this deck. There are 3 cups spilt on the ground. He's facing them, and he's holding on to 2 cups in his hands, almost like he's in full control of everything. He probably tossed those 3 cups on the ground. And now he's holding on to those 2. And I even have the feeling when I'm looking at this card that he's contemplating even dumping them. So anyways, cups are associated with water. As you can tell, there's a huge waterfall in the back. So there's a lot of emotions going through this card. But I feel that you are in control of what's going on. You're basically cleaning house, I think, with this energy. Cleaning house of people or situations that you clearly don't want to deal with anymore. And you're holding those 2 cups at arm's length, like you're even ready to ditch those 2. That's what I see from this. All right, so coming back to the cards on the table. So you have 10 of Cups, Emperor, which is Aries. We have 7 of Cups. We have Queen of Wands, Hierophant, which is Taurus. And then we have King of Swords. So we have the 10 of Cups. So we have 2 card cups, cup cards here. And we have Aries, which is a fire sign. Wands, Queen of Wands, which is also associated with Aries, usually another fire sign. Hierophant is a earth sign, and King of Swords is a air sign. So 10 of Cups, first card. This is like a very happy card. Very, very happy card. As you can tell, the ferns are growing in the back. It looks to me like it's springtime. It's fresh. It's new energy. These are friends or family gathered together. And there's the huge rainbow, which is total happiness, total joy and fulfillment. And then there's the Emperor, which is someone who's in control of his kingdom. I mean, look at the fire burning in the background, and this guy's not even fazed, as if he started the fire and it's his way of controlling things. Like he's in full control of his world and his kingdom. So this is a good card, meaning you're in true happiness wherever you are at. And you're also in control, feeling in control anyways. And then we have the card of Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, again, there's ferns growing in the background. But Seven of Cups is a card associated with lots of options, lots of confusion, illusions, disillusions. It's also a card of nighttime. So for that reason, I mean, the options are not clear. So there's some information missing. So there's something coming into your life following these beautiful moments and this sense of confidence and control. Something comes and kind of hijacks your situation and puts a wrench in it, where now you have to take a step back and contemplate, what is this in front of me? And it could be emotional, and you don't have all the answers yet. But then if I look at the Queen of Wands following that, it's a queen who's very stern, very confident, full of herself, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. So clearly something happens that makes in sort that you are confident with your decision or what choice you'll be making. Hierophant is about higher learnings, religions, traditions, that kind of stuff. And I particularly do not like this card. To be honest with you, I don't like this card. I don't like the fact that you've got this blinded person who seems to be the god, and then you have these two people that are bent over almost like slavishly, I don't know if that's the right word, but anyways, in a slavish position, adorning him, green and red, almost like the devil. And I don't know, it's not, I don't feel this card at all. I don't like this card at all. I really don't. But apparently it's a card that speaks to higher learning and traditions, institutions, and learning from the masters and applying the rules. And if you notice properly, I mean, he's got a whip in his hand. I mean, talk about being tied to religion, and like that box has like bow wrap, but it almost looks like a cross, almost like the Christian cross, as well as on his head, almost like you're tied to the religious factor here. I don't like bringing religion into the cards, but anyways, I don't like this card, to be honest. It doesn't feel with me at all. But this could be, again, because of the fact that it is so rigid, that it is linked to some kind of institution or some kind of corporation, whatever. But anyways, we'll see with the other cards how this turns out. The King of Swords. King of Swords is usually one that is very analytical. He's a decision maker. He chooses with his head and not with his heart. He's holding his sword very high, and he's pretty old, so he's wise. He's got the knowledge, and nothing will stop him in his tracks. He's so confident where he's headed, and it's all black and white. There's no in between. So let's pull some more cards to see where this takes us. All right, please give us some supporting cards to go with this total happiness, full in control, to now having options or some confusion, and then gaining back some control and confidence in our choice, and then having to deal with some kind of corporation or institution of some kind, and being clear-cut with our decision-making. or actions. And coming back to the fact that that person is in control and that person is actually almost willing to give it up, like give up whatever they've got. I kind of feel that, if I'm taking this card again before looking at these, I kind of feel like you're happy, you're in control. Something throws a wrench a wrench is thrown in your spokes here, and then you've dumped those three cups. You feel content again. You feel confident again, because you are holding those 2 cups at arm's length. But you still feel like there's some tension and some limitations due to this corporation or this whatever institution. You're almost ready to ditch them. And this is what we see here. You're almost ready to take action on this and just say, that's it, enough, I'm done. I think if I link this bottom of the deck card with the rest of these cards, that's what I feel from this. Okay, from this deck, oh, by the way, I never explained these cards. These cards are Dixit cards. They're a board game or card game. They have different Odysseys decks, and I bought them all. And I picked the best cards from there that spoke to me. And I've made myself my own tarot deck, plus I've added cards. But anyways, the first card that came out is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is the Knight in shining armor. And this Knight comes right below, and there's only 5 cards. So I'm going to put them in between them. So this Knight comes right below the 10 of Cups and the Emperor. So it's kind of normal that you've got this beautiful exchange of passion and of emotional, it doesn't have to be love as such, but, compassionate exchanges are occurring here. Happiness is occurring. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So you've got 2 knights in a row here. Knight of Wands is someone that's in and out, someone who's got passion, but very difficult to commit to a situation. What I liked about this card, though, is Wands are people that, they can be overconfident. And this guy almost needs, he's kneeling in front of all these TV screens, almost like he wants to be veneered, right? And he's going to do whatever he's got to do to be veneered. And I think what I see in here is he's almost pleading with the universe or whoever to give him one more time the chance to appear on one of these soapboxes. So that's kind of what I feel with this card. And that's probably what's going on here. 7 of Cups is probably, if it's not an energy that's presented to you, it's an energy of someone else being presented, where this guy is losing his position in the group or in the situation here. There's competition all of a sudden. And then the next card that comes out is the Hermit card. And to me, this Hermit card is going within. And that's why I picked this card here, is because there's lights, but there's this light inside this tree trunk. So you need to go within and look for those answers that you already have inside of you in order to rectify or get some answers to your situation and resolve this conflict. And it's a mental conflict of you wanting to come on top, right? Because there's competition now in the decor and you want to come on top. So you need to resource yourself and find the answers within you to build this confidence back up again, to re-secure your situation. All right, so now we have the 2 of Pentacles. And it's the Juggler's card, right? So, there's more than 4 things that he's juggling. He's juggling 4 and not 2, but I picked this card typically for that, the 2 of Pentacles. But what's really nice about this is, look, there's all these bombs underneath him. And what he's juggling are actually lit sticks. So if he drops one of them, he's going to just light one of those bombs up. So anyways, it's a good message. I like that. I really like this here because you have 2 people underneath this Hierophant card. And typically he's shuffling 2 things, shuffling 2 things. or juggling, sorry, two things, or two pentacles. So two pentacles, two people. I think what this is you have to be careful, because if you do not manage or balance your energies properly, you're going to be falling onto the right side of this corporation, and you're going to get hit with that whip. All right, so just be careful with that. And then the last card that came out is the Five of Cups in this deck. Five of Cups is the same as this card here, where this card here, you feel in control, you're in control, you're about to ditch things. Well, in this deck, pretty well, you are in a desperate mode. You're discouraged, you're desperate, you're disappointed, so I see this as a warning again. A warning that if you're not careful with how you're going to balance your energies and what you're going to be doing, you're going to end up in this situation. You're going to end up being disappointed. All right, so let's pull another card on this. I'm going to take another deck now. Let's pull another card on this situation here. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Okay, the card that came out is the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords in this deck, what I really like is its clarity of mind. The answers come to you. And she's closing her eyes, so she's really doing some deep soul searching. And then she's also ascending. There's a staircase. And this too is representing the spiral of a staircase. But anyways, there's light coming through from her mind. So she's actually done the work. So I think if you do this, you're probably going to avoid this situation altogether. It's going to help you to avoid this. I mean, she's doing a lot of thinking. I mean, I'm graduated with a science degree, and there's a lot of mathematical equations on here. And, it's interesting to see that she really did do some deep thinking. So anyways, having said that, if you follow that advice, and if you think of the Hermit card here, how you've actually had to go within and do some soul searching, you'll get the right answers, and you'll know exactly what to do and how to address, how to juggle in order to avoid this Five of Cups or this disappointment. You'll be able to take action and slice when it's time to slice. And you may need to dump those two cards, or not two cards, but those two cups, or you may want to keep them close to you. I think this is a pivotal, a pivotal point in your life when you're going to see this reading that necessitates you to do some inner work in order to make sure that you keep the position that you well deserved, or you think you well deserve, because there is competition. I see the Seven of Cups as competition to you. And I do see this as being more of a work situation and not so much a personal situation of love and relationships. It could very well be, but I see this more as work. All right, so I'm going to pull just a simple message card. I really like these cards. They're simple. I think they're Sonia Choquette. Okay. The message is the number 1 card, and it says, get over yourself. So maybe this has to do with some kind of arrogance. We know that the King of Wands could be arrogant, and he does kind of prove vanity and arrogance in this card here. And he's at his knees, though, so he probably was truly arrogant and vain prior to that, but now he's kind of faced with this challenge here and has to go down to his knees and beg. But the Emperor could also be someone who is full of himself at times. Or this could also be get over yourself, like stop being a pity party, like stop, thinking like you're the one that has it worse in the world. Yeah, I don't see much in this card other than that. So maybe you're feeling like you've got, because of this action from the Knight of Wands, maybe you feel like you deserve better. You're having a pity party. When when most people look at you, you already have a lot to your portfolio. Like you're probably very intelligent, you're pretty successful, and to boot, you're in shape and you're good looking, kind of thing, right? So, but you always want more. And then something happens where someone gets presented in the decor, and then you kind of lose your position slightly, momentarily, and then you want to regain that. So maybe that's kind of like that. You need to take a pill, swallow a hard pill. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure, but anyways, I sense that this has to do with work, or it's truly very personal. It doesn't look like it's a relationship as such with an individual, and there's going to be a third party or some other thing like that. I don't see that with this at all. All right, so I'm going to pick another card from the Dixit. This is, two of them came out. Okay, so I really like this. Okay, so what I like about this is it's an octopus, right? And it has a tool in every hand that it's holding. It's holding the light, so it's shining light. It's in the dark too, right? It's in the ocean where it's dark, so it's got light to shine the way, but it has a tool for every situation. And that's probably what you need to do here when you need to go inside, as the hermit does. You need to find those tools and use them in the proper sequence and balance them out in order to get ahead of this. So I'm going to just drop this here. And what I really like about this card here is this little guy is moseying along. There's some rain falling, and there's this big creature in the back that's lurking behind. But what I like about this is he's on his way out. So he's like avoiding the situation. So from these two cards, I can say that the Five of Cups is going to be avoided altogether. I really like this. Thank you very much. All right, now I'm going to pick an animal card. I created these cards. Just one. All right. So I picked the gorilla for you, and it says, hold your head high and acknowledge your nobility. You have wisdom and generosity. I mean, they're very boring looking cards, but it's just a gorilla, a picture of a gorilla. And I put some words from doing some research about the animals. So yeah, hold your head high. You're going to be humbled, but just hold your head high again, as you were with the Emperor before, and you have with the Queen of Wands. And as the King of Swords would do too. Hold your head high. Stand your ground. You do have wisdom and generosity, and you are noble. Okay, so I will have 2 letters I'm going to pick for you. These could be people's initials, or they could be company names, or whatever. So I've got V, and I've got I. So 2 letters. It could be IV or VI. People's initials, or they could be company names or other words that are significant to you relating to the situation. And a final outcome card. Okay, I'm going to pick the top one. Funny. Well, whatever worries you would have had, you are confronting that dragon or that demon. You are awake. You've got your sword in your hands, and you are ready for the attack. So you are chasing those worries away. Whatever was causing you some ambiguity with this person coming in as a competitor and desettling your position, you've taken the bull by the horns and you've actually managed it. So it's all good. Final outcome is awesome. All right. I'm not going to take the other ones because they don't mean anything. It was just the one top card I wanted. So, my dear Aries, I hope you liked this. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. And like I said, I will be doing more of these readings, probably not on a set schedule, but I will be running through all the signs first, and then I will be starting again with the fire signs. All right, so you take care and have a great evening or good day. Bye now.